Shoot, that was a wild game. I still not quite sure how we figured out how to win it, but I told our guys sometimes when you play bad, you got to figure out ways to win games, and I thought we figured it out. I mean, it's, I'm going to have to go back and look at the film, but, a couple plays come to mind. We needed Sam to hit the big threes he hit, but it wasn't just the threes he hit. He got a tip and a big possession late in the game that kept the ball alive for Aaron to go in and get the putback. I mean, Aaron almost had triple-double. He finished with 28 and 8 with 5 old boards coming from the guard spot. That was big. I thought it's probably Grant's best game. 3 hitting the corner was huge, but the 6 blocks were bigger. Our defense, again, was not good. We've got to figure this thing out better. We got to do a better job on it. We're figuring out ways to win. If you're going to win a league championship, which we're obviously in the hunt for now with 5 games left, these are the games that you got to figure out ways to win, even when you don't play well. I mean, we were 2 for 18 from 3 at the half, and we were within striking distance. It was only 4 points. And then we got down even bigger. I know we were down 10 at some point late in the game, 8 minutes, somewhere in there. And we figured out a way. We came to the huddle, kind of like Georgia. We said, listen, man, we're going to figure out a way to win this game. We're going to make some big plays. I thought this was maybe Sears' best game defensively. He was scrapping. He was in there, the big steal he had late in the game. But Ryland's tip where he got fouled, goes to the free throw line, makes 2 free throws. Like we figured out ways to win this game when we didn't play well. And I told them at half, guys, like we've been through this formula before. When we're not making threes, you can still win the game. So what you got to do is go kill them on the old glass. We ended up with 21 old boards. You got to get yourself to the free throw line. We outscored them at the free throw line. You got to take care of the ball and turn them over. Now, we didn't turn them over enough, but we had 1 fewer turnover than them. We won the free throw deal, and we won the offensive rebounding deal and kept it even enough on the second chance. And then look, they're a team that scores a ton of points in the paint. Grant with the 6 blocks, I thought Nick played way better in the second half. But for us to outscore them 56-40 in the paint, like our guys have the wherewithal. We obviously like to make a lot of threes around here. I think we made 18 back-to-back games going into this. It wasn't dropping. We figured out a way to score 56 points in the paint. So I give our guys a lot of credit. They figured out a way to win a game. I give Florida a ton of credit. They came in with a great game plan, played well. Their guards, we didn't do a great job guarding their guards. We got to do a much better job. If we don't play better on defense, and we're up on Saturday, we're not going to come out with a win. So we got 2 days to really try to lock into a scouting report and do a much better job on Saturday than we did tonight. But give our guys a ton of credit, give Florida a lot of credit. We're going to have to play much better at their place. Hopefully we are able to get Reitzel back quick. He's got a head injury. He's being evaluated on a day-to-day basis. So, got to see when he starts to feel a little better. Hopefully we get him back here soon. No.
Yeah, Nate, how can a game like this, the way you guys won it, help you in the postseason and come March?
We can reference back to when we didn't shoot well. Honestly, we didn't play well in a lot of areas and still found a way to win against a good team. I mean, this is a team that was as hot as any in this league. Got the number 9 ranked offense in the country, and we didn't do a great job on defense. We probably made them look even better than the number 9 offense in the country, and we still figured out ways to win. Like we just if we get in a tough game in the tournament, we're going to reference these ones back. The Georgia game, if we get down, we were down a lot bigger against Georgia on the road, figured out a way to win. Down 10, with 8 minutes left, and figured out a way to get enough stops, and get to overtime and have enough grit, determination to build a 7-point. Now we got to do a better job once we build that 7-point lead in overtime of pulling away and winning it by 10-12, not making it a 1-point game. But, we can reference these comebacks that we've had, and, it's hard to win 6 straight games in March. It's hard to win 3 straight. And yes, I mean, we've done it twice. It's not that easy, to win 3 straight games against really good teams in the SEC tournament. So when we get down, if we get down in one of those SEC tournament games or NCAA tournament games, you reference these games where we've been down and came back and win. Give them some belief, some hope. Because I thought the Georgia win helped us in the huddles tonight. Like, we're going to win this game. We've done it before. We know we can do it. Here's what we got to do.
Coach, when you look at the rebounds and the points in the paint, I know you mentioned that in your opening, but how satisfied were you with Grant and the other guys for kind of answering that challenge?
Man, Grant was trying to box out in there some. I know he gave up a lot of old boards. I mean, they had some size on them. They're big. They have to look at it on film a little bit more to see what more he could have done. But, we had 21 old boards, as many as they had, and they had a lot. They had 17, but at least it wasn't 26 like A&M had. But we went and got 21 ourselves. So, you kind of go down the line. Like, Rylan and Aaron are starting 2 and 3 today, had 9 combined old boards. Like, that's big. And I thought Grant fought in there. I thought Pringle in the second half really gave us big minutes, fought in there. But Sears had 7 defensive rebounds. Sears led us on the glass. We told him, like, our big is going to have to wrestle with these guys, fight. We need some guards to come in there and get some defensive rebounds. So for Sears to go in there and get 7 of them was huge too.
Y'all didn't have a 3-point attempt until 9 minutes into the second quarter, and it was Sam that hit it. Then he hits it again. What does that say about his poise, not only to make those shots, but it seemed like some of the players were shying away from the 3 after their early struggles?
Yeah, I agree with you. I said that in that timeout, the under 12, after 8 minutes into the second half. Like, guys, we haven't taken a 3. Like, I don't really care what our percentage is in the first half. That's not how we play. Like, you have to hunt good 3s. Now, I thought we had took some contested ones we shouldn't have taken in the first half, but any good 3 we have to take it. Like, we get offensive rebounds on those. So we all know Sam's not going to pass up any 3s. So they wanted me to say that really loud, I guess. Right? But yeah, we know Sam's not going to pass up any 3s. Like, I thought Sam was big on defense too. Sam was a +3 when he was in. He was in 18 minutes and +3. I thought he had some good defensive plays. He came up with a tough rebound. He had the offensive rebound tip. Sam's been getting better for us. And without, 4 or 7 from 3. I've told Sam's been getting better on defense. And I've told him, listen, Sam, you don't have to forget about your offense, as you're getting much better on D. You can be a 2-way guy. So it was good he was 2-way guy tonight. His defense was better. He had the block shot in there, made some tough plays, and, he hit 4 big 3s. We needed all of them. Should he made a half our 3s tonight.
Yeah, Coach Grant was able to kind of get it done on both ends of the floor. He had 6 blocks. He had 22 points. What did you make of his performance and just how he kind of seemed a lot more comfortable out there tonight? Yeah,
I think him playing a little bit more 5 has helped him. He's able to drive more 5s. But he's had a knack for making some big 3s in these comeback wins. You go back to the Georgia game, he hit 2 of them late that opened the whole thing up and won us the game. That 3 hit in the corner, I wanted him to take it as soon as he caught it. I don't know what he was hesitating for. I think I yelled at him, what do you, shoot it. And he decides to jab and shoot it and it still goes in. But, we want him taking the correct 3s and build up a bunch of confidence. But the 6 blocks he had to go with, the and 1 finish he had late when we were down 3 and went in, made the free throw. I thought this was maybe his best game he's played on both sides, the best 2-way game he's played. Played really good on defense at Mississippi State on Tolu, but talk about both sides of the ball, I think this is the best I've seen him since he's been here.
When did you guys know that Latrell wouldn't be available tonight, and what went into the decision to put Jaron in the lineup?
This morning, he had a head injury on Monday, and we're still evaluating it, seeing how he feels. And Sam played really well. We had multiple options. Sam had played well the last game. Kind of our thought process was, I thought Grant's been good at the 5, so let's keep him at the 5. Do we go with Jaron or Sam? Even Mo D was talked about because he's tough and they rebound it well. We just thought without Trelly in, Sam's more of even though he's 6'9", he's more of a 2 guard than he is a 4. So we thought our rotation with starting if we started Sam, we'd start the only guards we really had playing in the rotation tonight. So if we bring Sam off the bench, we can get a rotation with Mark, Aaron, Ryland, Sam. And if you look, Sears has 42.5 minutes, Estrada has 40.5 minutes, Ryland has 36 minutes. Like, even though we went the way we went, those three guys still played way too many minutes, but we had to get the win, and it goes to overtime. So we just thought rotation-wise, and we're trying to give Jaron a boost. Like, we need him to start playing confident, strong. I thought he had some good plays in there tonight. He's a way better shooter than what he's showing. We just need him. We need to get him going. I think he can really help us down the stretch, and we got to get him going. We thought this might help get him going, but he's a great kid. We're gonna keep going to him.
You had a possession near the end of the first half where you missed 4 shots, you get 4 offensive rebounds, and then Griffin hits a 3. Crowd comes to life. Was that possession maybe kind of a microcosm of the night for y'all?
We talked about that possession at halftime. That was probably the biggest one we talked about, because as much stuff as we screwed up that we talked about, this is how we're going to win the game. We're 2 for 18 from 3. Just like, guys, if we get 3-4 threes every possession, we'll be all right. So keep going to the glass. Go get them. Go get another one. Go get another one. And look, a couple offensive rebounds we got. We went right back up in a bunch of traffic. That one, guys, if everybody's collapsing the paint, turn around and spray it out. Like, we need more threes anyway. So I thought that was huge. I was fired up after that one. It kind of was a microcosm of how we needed to play to win the game in the second half. And we had a bunch of boards there in the second half.
You mentioned Nick Pringle. The effort that he played with tonight seemed like it led to a lot of positive things on the court. What type of element does that add to the team when he's engaged in producing in this way?
Look, Nick's as good of an energy guy as we've had probably around here since I've been here. When his energy's positive, he's unbelievable. Guys feed off it. He feeds off it. It'd been nice if he'd had to dunk in the first half, but he's going hard. Like, he's playing hard. Thought the way he played at LSU on the road was like, that's how I envisioned him playing every game. I thought he had good practices coming in today, and what I was really proud of Nick for tonight was he didn't play particularly great in the first half. In the past, maybe he gets discouraged, down on himself, doesn't bring the same amount of energy. I just went to him at half, like, we got to have you in the second half. Like, you got to bring it. We need your energy. He says, I got you. I thought he was much better in the second half. And, we feed off his energy. We need it, whether he's in the game, even on the bench. He's great coaching guys up, telling them what to do. I think we call him like connectors, like kind of that 5-man, set a bunch of screens, get into toss actions, DHOs. Like, he knows how to do it better than anybody. And we need him out there doing it to make our offense go. We need him out there making tough plays on defense too.
Coach, a little bit of different question. News today that your play-by-play guy, Chris Stewart, now the official voice of football. He travels with you everywhere, part of the team, I'm sure. How happy for him are you, and what has it been like to work with him the last few years?
So I always have a radio interview with him, before the game. I just found that out myself today, so I made sure to congratulate him. And I didn't. It's a pretty cool spot. Eli's kind of been great. So I've got great friendship with Chris. He's on the road with us. He's a good dude. So I was super happy for him. Obviously, play-by-play for Alabama football is kind of a big deal in that industry. So he deserves it. He does great. Some of it, I love listening to his calls. If I could go back and have his calls with the TV view of the game, I'd probably do that every time. I'd like to know how many people turn their TV on and then have the radio on with Chris in our games. If I was watching it, that's probably what I'd do. No disrespect. The TV announcers we've had have been great. I thought Jimmy and Tom were great guys tonight. I'm sure they did a great job. But there's something about Chris's voice on the play-by-play for our games, and he's done it some in football. He's going to be good. So, Roll Tide. Appreciate you. This room's a lot bigger than it used to be too. It's nice to see you all in here after every game. So.